Everyone is leaving Phuket. Prices have tripled. Russian speakers have flooded the island. Schemes, traffic jams, chaos. But here's what's interesting. The more people leave, the more expensive real estate becomes. It's interesting. Is Phuket dying or turning into Singapore? Let's break down the real reasons given by the locals themselves. Phuket is the most expensive market in Thailand. Everything is 2 to 3 times more expensive. For example, renting a studio in Thailand costs 12 to 15,000 baht. And in Phuket, the same studio costs 35 to 45,000 baht. Car rental. Instead of the usual 10,000 baht, we pay 30,000 baht for the same car. All prices, services, everything is 2 to 3 times more expensive. Even flights from another country to Phuket are significantly more expensive. For example, flying directly to Bangkok or to Samui or Pattaya is cheaper. If you hear the word multipliers, it's about Phuket. And most importantly, prices keep rising. Many people go abroad but end up in a familiar environment. Russian is used everywhere. A separate ecosystem is forming. There is a cultural clash of expectations. Thai service is adapting to the demand. Sometimes it's easier to live here without English than it is in Moscow without English. Physically, there are a lot more people now. The infrastructure is starting to show signs of strain, and we spend much more of our time just getting around. And this is always an added source of stress. People come for cheap Thailand but end up with a premium resort. So there's a mismatch between expectations and reality. Before, people came here just to wait things out, but now it's an expensive market. Migration can't keep up with the prices. At this point, people usually conclude Phuket is losing its appeal, but reality shows the opposite. People are leaving Phuket not because it's declining, but because it's getting more expensive. The market is going through a natural selection. Only solvent residents remain. The mass market is being replaced by a premium one. This is the classic model for global resorts. Dubai and Monaco went through the same transformation, but what's bad for some is an advantage for others. Living is expensive, but investing is profitable. Rising demand means rising asset values. There's no exoticism, a strong business environment, and it's easier to start a business. Phuket has one of the largest Russian-speaking business communities in the world. To put it simply, traffic jams indicate overload, and overload indicates increased demand. And this increased demand naturally causes land prices to rise higher. The main thing we need to understand is that Phuket is an island and there will be no more land. There is a limited supply here. Only 30% of 100 can be built upon. Phuket is an island 50 to 20. He's tiny. The total local population is 350 residents. 40 million tourists fly to Thailand on an annual basis. Between 9 million and 17 million people fly to Phuket every single year. And by the year 2030, it is forecasted that up to 25 million tourists will travel to the beautiful shores of the island. So is it true that everyone is leaving Phuket? Yes, it's true. Those for whom it has become too expensive are leaving. But those who are shaping its future are staying. The question isn't whether people are leaving. The question is when you enter the market. I flew to Thailand in 2015. Both life and experience have taught me that I should never ever argue with buyers. Nevertheless, the practice of the last 10 years shows that market prices increase every single year. And even during COVID, which was a terrible time, prices dropped by a maximum of only 20%. I'm from Odessa and I really like using my country as an example. What's happening there now? So even during that terrible time, prices there dropped by only 20, at most 30%, and good real estate, for example commercial property, didn't drop at all. Phuket, on the other hand, is a world-class resort. Every year, more and more people fly here. Investments flow here from all over the world, and it's not just the Russian-speaking market. There are investments coming in here from places like Hong Kong, Singapore, China, India, and Europe. This island is quite small, and the available land is rapidly running out. Since I sell a large amount of land, the prices have become truly astronomical, and there is almost no choice left for new buyers. I personally see tremendous potential in this direction. All of my own money is invested here, and I recommend making your decisions much faster. Some people are running away from Phuket right now and shouting that it's expensive. But in reality, that's actually a good thing. More and more discerning and high-quality international travelers are coming here. And the overall standard of professional service, tourism, and the visitors themselves has increased significantly. And the steady and noticeable rise in prices tells us that demand is increasing, and it will surely continue to grow steadily and consistently every year. I look at the long-term perspective. In general, when we talk about investments, it's important for us to consider at least a 5 to 10 year horizon. We don't enter the real estate market just to play around, to buy today and sell tomorrow. The real estate market is a conservative. It's a stable and conservative investment that needs to be approached properly. It's a very powerful tool. And if you look at a broader 5 to 10 year horizon, I'm willing to bet with anyone that prices will definitely rise. Of course, there are always some specific years when prices might remain relatively flat. There are years when prices might drop by 10%, but if you look at the longer term, prices will always go up, especially in a location like this. Moreover, I really want to tell you that if you take a close look at Phuket's future development plans, the Thais are truly doing a fantastic job. They are moving forward very well and steadily. Maybe a little slower than we would like, but they are actually doing it, unlike in our countries. So there is a development plan for the island here. We don't yet know when the casino will open, but it will happen. It's already been approved. I see this happening within about 3 years. Several massive world-class shopping malls will soon appear here, which Phuket doesn't currently have, and the ones that exist now will seem like small kindergartens compared to what will be built. Additionally, the largest and most expensive hospital is set to open right here. The largest wellness center in all of Asia will appear here. And Phuket is also becoming a media center for medical tourism. In addition to all of this, in just 2 years' time, specifically at the very end of next year, the world-class Khabib Center will officially open on the island. This development will also surely make it a premier hub for global sports tourism. By the way, not everyone knows this interesting fact, but Phuket actually has a dedicated sports street where 70% of athletes come to train and prepare. That's why, my friends, I sincerely believe in the development of our island. I invest here myself, and I recommend you do the same. While some people are still thinking, others are already making money. Friends, thank you for watching until the end. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. This is the M3 channel. I'm always open to discussion. Leave your comments, good, bad, any kind. I'll reply to all of them.